Hello beginners, this is part 2, and this is me, David. Okay, so I've started a new part, and this is where I'm going to show you the basics in buildings. Okay, so since I showed you this, I'm going to press add, mesh, and then I'm going to decide which thing should I have. How about a plane? There it is. Now, to move it, you have to click that says move, and then you can move it around. And I'm just going to put it in the center. Next, I'm going to do scale. Now, there are different ways for it to scale. You can scale it this way. You can scale it this way. It's not possible for a plane. But there is one that I would recommend if you wanted to make it very big, like just stay in one side. Just let it stay in the same shape, but let it be bigger. Is you just click this white ring and just move it and just drag it along. And it makes it bigger and bigger, but still in the same shape. Now I'm going to click move it down. Now, I recommend to look at the bottom while you move it down. That way you can tell if it's floating or not. This must be a good spot. Now I'm just going to click on the block and scale it a little bit bigger and a little bit wide. There, and there we have it, a regular desk. Now I'm just going to move it upwards to the surface. And this is the basic shape you've got. I'm going to wait till you get this. Okay, beginners, after you've got that ready, and I move by clicking the middle mouse button here. Okay, anyway, so after you have done that, beginners, let's go to add and click mesh again. And then let me select, how about a cube? There it is. So when I move it up, it's this big, and I don't want that. So to make it smaller, do the same way, just instead click on the ring, of course, and then just scale it, and then just move your mouse in like this. And then, yes, it would scale it down. Like that, and I like that. Now I can move it. Now, you don't always have to move by the axes. You can click that circle in the middle that I'm pointing to, right there, in the block, and that way you can move it anywhere. You can move it however you want. I'm just going to stick to the axes for now. Oop. Okay, yeah. So I'm just going to move it. Okay, and that's one block. Next, I'm going to add mesh, and then add, how about a cylinder? Move it up, and we're just going to organize some blocks. So, we're not really going to organize it just plainly, but we're also going to make a little scene, like a little spot where people can chill and drink and, eat stuff. Now, to duplicate objects, of course, you can just use this right mouse click, and yes, you've got all these. You've got duplicate objects, and you can move it around and then plop it. But let's just undo that. Let's just delete it. But there's a shortcut to do it. If you just, of course, you see the cylinder, right? Well, if you want to duplicate it, just press Shift D, and it would automatically bring one. Let's say you wanted to go in the, how about Y-axis? Just click Y, and it automatically brings in the y-axis that you can see. It's green. And you just move it, and it stays in the same spot, but I mean, you can move it, but it always stays in the same area, so they're both matching. Okay, since there's that cube over here, let's move it away because we don't need it right now. So let me just move it down. So let's ignore that cube. Now, this is what your things would look like. I think they could be mugs. Okay. Add, and then get a cylinder again. Move it over here. Then Shift D, and I'm gonna click the y-axis. And then you just move it over there. And there you have it. 2 little chairs and 2 little cups. And you can also make the cups look more realistic by some way. But that is not for you guys yet, because you can do that in part 3, but we can't do that now because it's not for you yet, guys. Anyway, so this is how simple everything is. Now, there's also another object. So let me do mesh, and let me do this. Now, you might not know what this is, and you might be like, David, this is so confusing. What are you using this for? Well, I'm just going to make it smaller, and then I'm going to rotate it this direction, which is a little bit awkward. Now, it's very hard to rotate it, so I'm just going to try to rotate it correctly. There. That's a little bit challenging. And here you have it. It's like a tire. Okay, then you can just slide it. I would like it to go through the cups. Now, it might not make sense, but don't worry. It would make sense later. You see, I'm just going to scale it down, and now definitely you can tell what I'm doing. Look at that. We've got our own little cups, little handle. Isn't that cool? Now I'm going to press Shift D to duplicate, and then press Y on my keyboard, and that would bring it to the y-axis. Okay, let me move it and put it right there. And there you have it. 2 little cups. Looking good, right? Now we can just put something in the middle. Now we can bring up the cube and put it all over there, because we don't need it yet. So let's add something. Mesh. And how about we add a sphere? How about that? Then I'm going to move it up. That way it can be used as a teacup. But this is a quite big teacup, so I'm just going to shrink it. There. And there it is. Very simple. Oh, and this block. Yup, we can do something with it. I don't know what yet. Anyway, this could be used for something. Though I think I can have a plan. Maybe I should shrink it. Yup. And then squeeze it down. Okay. Squeeze it like that. Oh yes, if you want to catch up and you don't have a chance, just pause this video. So then you can look at what I did. So then you can do it. Anyway, let's bring this rectangle, which is also a cube that I just turned into a rectangle, up and move it. Oh, and yes, sometimes it could be confusing, so just go to the top view and then just squeeze it in. There. Now, it doesn't look like a teacup. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it away. I don't care what is going on. Anyway, yeah, this can be used as a little toy or something like that. Or a little sign. Maybe I can just turn it into a sign. That would be funny. And let me just put it to meeting. Yeah, that would be pretty funny. Yes, I'm just gonna move it over here. Move it down. Okay, and this is a little scene I've built. Now let me model this into something. Okay, let me move it up. This is gonna be science. Maybe I should put it somewhere on the ground. That way, it could be a ball someone brought in. Because it could be a meeting. Could be a meeting that the children are having. That would be funny, right? So let me just have the ball leaning on the chair. And we can create little characters later. But we're just going to just create the scene. Okay, awesome. Now, to color them in, let's go into shading. This is where everything is white. Oh, this might make you dizzy, but don't worry. This way, you can color in your thing. Cool, isn't it? So just let's click on the cylinder. Okay? Let's click new. And ta-da! Here's the principal shaders. Let me zoom in. Okay, so it's complicated. I know. For you beginners, it's like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. And you just really, really, really want to give up right now. And just like, David, I give up. It's too hard for me. Don't worry, don't worry. After a couple of times you're doing this, like 10 times, you get used to it and you would think, it's pretty simple, David. Okay, so let's just get to it. So let's just press that, which is base color, which is where you can change the color to a basic color. How about I change it to this sort of blue color? Yeah, that would be good. And you can turn down what it looks like. I don't think I like that. That's black. You can turn it down to this. This looks okay with me. Let me click this shape and then press new. Then press base color. And let me turn it to a lightish color. I don't like that. So let me just make it dark. Just this. Awesome. This looks good, doesn't it? Now let's color in the desk. The desk needs to be a different color. How about we put it to a yellowish color? Now if you want to make it brown, you can turn down the color, and as you can see, it turns more brownish. See, like that. There you have it, a brownish table. Hey, it looks good, doesn't it? Looks like a meeting. Anyway, yeah, that is a table. You can turn it brown, which is okay, but let me turn it back up. Let me turn the color back up. Awesome. And let me put it to a color that a kid might have. There's a little meeting. Awesome. So you've got this little sign. Now, if you don't like it, and you're like, how do I shade it different? No, let's just not care about that yet. Let's just do shading the chairs. Okay, so press new, then press base color, guys, okay? And then you move it to a different color. Let me move it to sort of, how about a yellow chair? Awesome. Next we've got a ball. A little ball. Awesome. Click new, base color, and now I can change the ball's color. A red ball would be okay. Okay, now let's go back to layout, where we started. Now, when you come in, you're like, wait, there's no color. David, I give up because you're not helping me. Don't worry, just click this button, okay? This right over here that my mouse is pointing at, okay? You click it, and it brings all the colors in. Now, I know, but this is very hard, but you're like, how do I get the same colors, David? How do I get them? I want the same color on the other cup. Yeah, I want the same color on the other cup too. But how do you do it, David? Well, to do it, I always think, how about I just click on this cylinder that is still white, press shift, and with the other cylinder with the color, then I press Control L, and it automatically does that. And I'm just going to click materials. And look, boom, it automatically shares the same color with the other. Now let me do the same with the handle. Okay, that handle, shift that handle, and then Control L on the keyboard, and then click materials. And ta-da, here it is. Let's do the same with this one. Nope, you can't click that. Okay, so click the white, shift, and then click the yellow, and then Control L, and do materials. Okay, and this is how far you should get. Okay, I'm gonna wait for you to get all these steps done. Okay, so after you finish that, we're just going to click the plane and go back to shading and shade the plane. And now you can shade it to any color you want. I think I would like it to be a little bit like a brownish thing. Brown, that would be good. Now let's go back to layout. And ta-da, you've got a brown floor. Okay, now if you wanted something to be changed about this, you don't want it to be complete white, and you're like, how do I do it, David? Am I supposed to smack my head until that happens? Of course, I'm just joking, that cannot happen, but you can't, but the only way to get that color is just press edit mode, or the shortcut to do it is press tab on your keyboard, and it'll automatically bring you to edit mode. Now there are other things on here. You've got these, which are these dots thingies. We've got these, which is edges, and we've got this, which is faces, which are these that are highlighted. Okay, let me click out. I did not click out, I just click on a plane, okay? So let's click this and press shift and click that, and then click over here, but also need to hold on to shift to do that. Then shift and then click over there. Awesome. Now, hold on, let me move the camera out of the way. Hold on. And to move up, you have to click the middle mouse button and then hold shift, and it'll make you move. Okay, let me move the camera out of the way. Now let's press this. It looks like a ball with one red over there and the other red over there and the other white and white. Yeah, just like that. So when you click that, you've got that over here, but we're just going to click new, and it'll automatically give you a new one. Now, I'm just going to select a color. I pick, how about black? Okay. And assign. Whoa, dear. I don't like that on the front, so I just click that and add new material, and then new, and I'm just going to leave it white, just assign. Now look at that. You've got one part white while the rest is black. Awesome, isn't it? Now you can press tab again, and there you have it. All completely finished with that. Now, if you want to add extra detail and look like these mugs have water, you can click on the top. You can click on them, and I can click on that. Press shift and then click on the other one, and press tab. And they both go into edit mode. Awesome, isn't it? Then you can click on the top face, shift and then dot top face. Then go over here, and then click the plus button, and press new, and then you select one. Let's see. Okay, I think I would like it to be a light little drink. Awesome. Now I can click assign. It would automatically assign it. Oh. Yeah, but since that one doesn't have it, let's press shift and there, and do Control L. That's it. No, that would not work. In edit mode, that would not work. Okay, so let's press tab again. Okay. Let's click on this cup and do shift and click on that cup and do Control L and do materials. But that would not work either because it's going to do the outside. So when you click, okay, go into tab, edit mode, okay, tab, edit mode, and just click this top. Let's click that, which is the material you've already done, and press assign. And that is also another way to get both things to have the same color. Now press tab again, and ta-da, you've got it. Let's do the same with the chairs. Now, of course, when you're an expert, you can make the mugs more realistic, guys. But you're just beginners right now, so yeah. So let's select both chairs, and let's press tab. And there you have it. Here it is. Let's click the top, and let's add new material. Press the plus sign, press new, and then get over here and select any color you like. Now, orange would be okay. Okay, let's click assign. And there we've got an orange top. Let's click this top. Okay. Oh. Let's press tab again. And tab again. So tab. Okay. Click on that object. And there's nothing on it. Tab again. And yeah, it would not work. So we've got that one with that material. Let's add new. Press new. And yeah, then the color will not match. Assign. So yeah, the colors will not match then. And press tab. And you can see that the colors, they're sort of matching, but not all the way. Yeah, but that's another problem you might have. Okay, let me just move the camera. Let me just move my camera out of the way. I'm not talking about this camera right over here. Okay, I'm not talking about that camera. Okay, we can click camera, and boom, we've got that. And I'm just going to click view. And let me see. Lock camera to view. And it's not going to lock you into this camera and you're never going to get out. It's just going to lock you into it so then you can move it around. Yeah, so I think that's good. So yeah, now the camera has moved it since I've locked it into view. Okay, so this is how this thing would look. Hope you enjoy what this looks like for now. Now we can do some editing to this ball. Let's press tab. And look at that, we've got so many things we can do with this ball. That's a lot. Of course I can just move his face. Let me try that. Nope, you should not try that, okay? Because something horrible might happen. Look, let me demonstrate. I told you, it's horrible. So don't do that. You can color it in. Of course you can. Why don't we do something? No, I think this is enough. I think this looks okay. Doesn't it? Right? The ball looks okay. Now, you can position the light. Now, if you click this one, it would bring in the light and shadows. Oh, dude, that is horrible. I do not think that's good. Oh, that's the light's problem, right? The light's up here. I'm not talking about the lamp in your house. The one that you can do this. Click, 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 click. No, I'm not talking about that light. Okay, I'm just talking about this light in Blender. Okay, let me just move it up. Okay, let's move it above. Now, there's a way to make it better. If you don't like this light and you're like, oh, I do not like it, just press add. And it's also, don't press mesh this time. Press light. When you press it, there's different type of lights. We've got point, we've got sun, we've got spot, and we've got area. Let's press sun. I would like that one. Look, this is what happens. So you see, then the sun would go everywhere. So the sun would, yeah, go into the middle. So I would like it in the middle, since it will give it some shadow. Let me also move this light out of the way. I move it over here. Well, of course you can do that, but I don't think I'll like this light in there. As you can see, the sun gives it a lot of light, you know. So I can put it down there, I can put it up here. But let me just say, how about we say that the sun was coming through a window? Well, where would the sun be shining? It would be shining right over there. Right at the table and everything. You know it would be shining in the middle, right? Let's move the sun light and just put it in the middle where it would go into the x-axis. And ta-da! We've got a sunbeam like that, just going into the direction where we want it to go. Now you never know, but this is not in the right position. So we're just going to put it on the x-axis, move it to the x-axis, and yeah, since the sun is shining through the window, we should move it like that. And ta-da! This is what it looks like. So so I'm going to wait till you finish. And it looks awesome, doesn't it? Let's wait. Okay, now that you have finished that, you can send me a picture of this. But when you're really complete, beginners, you click this button. Now, as you know, you might not know what it is, which is just what a beginner would not know, of course, for now. Well, this is just when it hides all these lines and axes. I don't like it. So I just click it, so then look. Ta-da! I like this one much better, because look, see? It hides everything, only leaving the shapes. Oh, and we click that. Look, we click the side. It only that dot still shows, but don't worry. Look, when you look at a scene, ta-da! Like it? It's a pretty simple scene. And one day I'm going to show you how to do more stuff than this. But this is just for you beginners. And that's about it. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Oh, and if you like, you can subscribe to this video and give me a picture. And I'll see you on part 3. Bye. And we're going to start doing more better stuff on part 3.